When I think of Nancy and the 5 decades that she's worked with Christian Homes and Family Services, I have to believe that she's kind of like Queen Esther in the Old Testament, that she was here for a time such as this.
I feel like that she probably can't even begin to realize the difference that she's made in so many children and families' lives.
You know, it's just overwhelming to us, the impact that she's had on so many. You look at all the people that she's touched in 40 years and she's been able to minister to, and her faith is just, she lives it every day.
One of our mottos is that we're changing the world one child and one community at a time. And so I think Nancy's been doing that for a long time.
We are honoring Nancy because she is deserving and she is worthy of our praise.
You know, when I think about my life and how different it could have been and now how different it is because of her and the other people in Christian Homes that have dedicated themselves to doing what they do, I just, you know, I can't even begin to describe how thankful I am for what she does.
The greatest joys that we have had in this life have been that of parents and grandparents, and that's been made possible by God's grace and love, the assistance of Christian Homes, and the work of Nancy Miller.
So I've been at the adoption ceremony that they have, which if you've never been at is an outstanding event. And she just knows how to do that.
Across the country, Nancy's name is synonymous with Christian Homes. It has been her entire career, and she has dedicated her life to building this ministry.
She's a very recognizable figure, you know, because she has been, you know, she's probably the face that most people associate Christian Homes with.
She's a visionary, she's driven, she's focused, but she's also compassionate.
She's absolutely delightful. She has become a very dear personal friend, and to my husband and I both. And she is a frequent and welcome guest in our home.
When our oldest son was 6 months old, we moved to Arlington. And so when we would go back to Abilene, we would stay with Nancy. So she became Aunt Nancy.
Nancy's an incredible, giving, caring, loving person. I mean, she is full of energy and devotion, very devoted, obviously, to Christian Homes and Family Services.
My father passed away very suddenly when Nancy was still actually serving as president of Christian Homes. I called her to let her know what was going on, and within 20 minutes my doorbell rang and there she was.
Every single time I see her, she asks about my children.
Who made herself personally available, went out of her way to just be there and reassure.
And she has continued that, you know, all through the years, you know, keeping up with my kids and, you know, where they are and what they're doing and how they're doing. And, you know, she's genuinely interested in people in their lives.
In every aspect of her life, Nancy has distinguished herself. Here at Christian Homes, at her alma mater, in Kiwanis, in the Christian Child and Family Services Association. People recognize her for her wisdom and her leadership ability. She takes on big roles and accomplishes big things.
I admire her for what she's done over the years, not just with Christian Homes, but in the community and through Kiwanis and through church and the relationships that she has kept going.
And when she speaks about what she's passionate about, which is Christian Homes and has been for so many years, people sit up and listen.
Well, of course, one thing is I'm president of the Nancy Miller Fan Club, and she is, as a executive director, when she was an executive director of Christian Homes, she did such a fantastic job because she had it all.
She, as the president, would personally come by my office in Chickasha, Oklahoma, look me up, hand me a gift, a token of her appreciation.
Through her leadership, she pulled the board along, and we launched out and bought a place on Beach Street that I didn't think we could afford, but it was very visionary on her part, and from there to the facilities they have today. So she has been Christian Homes to decades of people.
And not too many people wanted to ride with her in the car. She had a heavy foot, so we would always laugh about that. Well, we can go with Nancy and we'll be there in about 30 minutes, no matter where it's to.
Oh, there are a few things I'd like to say, but they wouldn't be appropriate.
And she's fun. She loves sports.
Every time we would mention a town, she would say, I have a cousin that lives there. She has more cousins than anybody I ever saw.
Because she could be so tight with the money at times that you just go, oh, she squeaks when she walks.
But she was great with humor with us. We had a good time.
Nancy's influence will go on for generations.
I feel like God has blessed her to be able to see some of the fruits of those labors.
She's very much a friend and certainly just a godly woman that blesses the lives of people everywhere she goes.
And she is a very spiritual person. There's not a day that goes by I know she prayed for us every day.
It's awe-inspiring when you walk into the conference room there in Abilene and you see all the pictures on the wall. And you know, her life is woven in and out of all those pictures.
And she was such a spiritually led person. And that made all the difference.
I have been so blessed to have someone in my life that was a constant. I always knew where she stood with God, always knew where she stood with her faith. And that's an incredible gift for someone to give to me.
Really, what better way to spend your life than helping hundreds and hundreds of children have a Christian home and a Christian family of their own?
Nancy, thank you for the difference that you've made in my life and so many other children's lives who have been placed in Christian homes.
Nancy, thank you. I know you'll look forward to your retirement, and I just want to say from an adoptive dad and family's perspective that the joy that we received in adopting Megan some 26 years ago has meant so much to our family.
Nancy Miller, I just love you. I am just so honored to know you, and may God bless you with so many more awesome opportunities in this next chapter of your life.
And how much I personally appreciate what you've done for the children of Abilene and for the families in this area.
All of the folks from East Texas, from Tyler specifically, wish Nancy many years of happy retirement.
I know that families all over the world are thankful that you dedicated your life to God in this way to bring families together.
Nancy, thank you so much for the impact that you've made on my life and Dorota's life, and introducing us to Christian Homes and Family Services, and sharing your passion for this ministry.
Enjoy your retirement. I know that you will. You've got so many friends everywhere.
And I just love you and appreciate you more than you can ever imagine.
Nancy, we love you and appreciate you for all that you've done for Christian Homes and Family Services.
She has been absolutely incredible. And I know that our Father is saying, well done. You are my faithful servant. Go have a ball in this season of your life.
When she speaks, her words are wise, and kindness is the rule when she gives instructions. There are many virtuous and capable women in the world, but you surpass them all. Reward her for all she has done. Let her deeds publicly declare her praise.